Today we are going to learn about the Python data type dictionary, which we also call it as a mapping data type. So let us open Python. We can declare dictionary in this manner in a curly brace 1 colon 2 comma 3 colon 4. So here we have declared a dictionary. We can check by giving the type command. Now we can declare another data type in Python in a similar fashion, and that is set. Suppose if I write dd equals to, in a curly brace, if I write 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So here what we have done is we have declared a set. We can very easily see what is the difference between the dictionary and a set. So here we have written 1 colon 2 comma 3 colon 4. So here this 1 colon 2 is one single element of the dictionary, and 3 colon 4 is another element of the dictionary. Out of this, 1 is known as the key element and 2 is known as the related value. Here 3 is the key and 4 is the related value. There are some built-in functions in a dictionary which we can access. For example, if I write keys, it will tell me all the keys present. So the keys in this case in the dictionaries are 1 and 3. And we can write d dot values. We can access the values. We can find out what are the values by writing d dot values, which are 2 and 4. We can actually grow the dictionary or extend the dictionary by giving the extend function update function. And here is the update function. We can use the update function by simply writing within a curly brace, say 5 colon 6. So in this case 5 is the key and 6 is the related value. So d is updated. Now we have a dictionary with 3 different keys and 3 different related values. Length of this dictionary now is 3. One interesting thing is that we may have same related values, but the key element has to be unique. So if I try to update my dictionary in this way, suppose if I write down instead of 3 colon 4, suppose if I have another, if I try to update my dictionary with another key 3 and with the related value 44, what will happen is the previous key will be replaced. The previous key and value pair will be replaced by the new one. So 3 colon 4 will not be there. It will be updated by 3 colon 44. We can check this thing here. So this is the new. So we cannot have in a dictionary two keys same. Okay, there will be only one key, but we can have actually same values. Okay, for example, I can have 5 colon 44 also. So if I write d and if I use the update function, I can have 5 colon 44. That is quite possible, and d will be having two set of keys that is having the same value. Now there are some other functions also in a dictionary. We can see some built-in functions. For example, one is pop item, another is pop. So this pop item will actually remove the last element, that is the key value pair. So in this case 5 and 44 will be removed and it will be written in the form of a tuple. And if I want to remove a specific element, so I can remove the key of that one, and automatically the value will be displayed. So if I use the function pop, I can write down the key. So suppose if I want to pop 1, the first one, automatically 2 will display. So now D has only one element, that is 3 and 44, 3 colon 44. Now we can actually pass a dictionary. We can actually pass a dictionary to a function. Okay, and we can do some work. Suppose if I have a dictionary like this, I can actually write a function that accepts the dictionary as a parameter. And suppose I wish I can traverse the dictionary and I can display the keys only, or if I want, I can display the values only. So it can be done in this way. For example, df. Okay, if I write say test, and suppose this is a parameter that accepts the dictionary. So what I can do is I can write for I in a. If I write print, if I write print I, like this, if I write print I, so let us call the function test with the help of the dictionary. We'll be seeing that I am actually displaying the keys, that is 1, 3, and 5. But if I change the function and if I write here this thing, so the related values will be displayed. So now when I'm calling this function, I'm displaying um, the related values, not the key elements. So if we note this thing, we can actually write a function that actually creates a dictionary for two different situations. For example, we can have a phone book dictionary for our friends. Since it is very easy to remember the friend's name, but maybe difficult to remember the friend's phone numbers. So what we can do is we can create a dictionary. Okay, we can write a function that asks the users to add the records, and in this case the name of the friend will be the uh, key and the related value will be the phone numbers. So let us see how it can be done. Suppose if I write test 1, suppose I don't give any parameter out here, and what we do is we write within this, we declare a dictionary. We use the dictionary function in this case. Great, and so it will be asking for the name of the friend. Okay, so you can write name equals to input your friend's name, friend's name. Before that, what we can also do is we can actually ask that how many records we want to add. Suppose if I write, suppose if we write like this, n equals to 90 input, how many records you want to add. How many records you want to add. So suppose someone is telling that I want to say 5 records, so it should be like this, no? For I in range n. So here we are writing name, input your friend's name, and then we are writing phone number. So phone equals to, suppose we put it uh, as a character entry only, input phone number, phone number. Now here we have to update the dictionary, and we should understand that when we're writing this thing, so this the dictionary, the key elements is the say name, and this is equals to the phone. So it is getting updated in this way, and as many number of records I'm adding, it will be added. So finally, what we can do is we can actually display the dictionary out here. So at the end of the for, we can write print d, and we can display the dictionary also. So let's see how it works. If I call test1 function, suppose it is asking me how many records you want to add. Suppose if I write 4 records I want to add. Enter your friend's name. So I'm writing AAA. Enter a phone number 123. Enter your friend's name, say BBB 345. Enter your friend's name CCC and 678. Then we write DDD and then we write 789. So here exactly we get the dictionary, and since the dictionary in this case is within the function, we only going to access the dictionary from outside in this case. Although outside we already have a dictionary D, which is obviously different. If I write D here, it will be different. So we have to understand that the dictionary that right now we have given the same name D, which is actually within the function test1, which is actually different from the dictionary which is outside, which is declared in the global way. But here we have demonstrated that how we can actually create a phone book dictionary, and we can actually declare this phone book dictionary, this declaration outside the function, and we can actually access it now from outside also if we wish. So this is the phone book dictionary, and in this phone book dictionary what we are doing is, since we can remember the name of the friends easily, we will make it as the key value, and since it is not easy to remember the phone numbers always, so we make it a related value. So another situation of dictionary can be, say, a class teacher who has difficulty in remembering the names of all the 50 students, and for him or her it is easy to make the key as the roll number. Suppose there are 50 students in a class, so the key will be the roll numbers and the related value will be the names. So once the dictionary is created, we can actually access that particular dictionary at any point of time. So we can now, this time we'll be creating the dictionary outside. Okay, so we can access it later on. So we write student is equals to dictionary. So we are using the dictionary function, and now I'll be writing a function. I'll be using a user defined function, say test2, and this will definitely take a parameter. So I can use a parameter, say a. So we already have a dictionary, and we'll be using the dictionary within the function. So we may omit this parameter because I can access directly the student dictionary from within the function. So here the situation is like this, that we have to create a dictionary student where the roll number will be the key and the related value will be the name of the student. So here we can write roll is equals to int input roll number, and here we write name equals to input name. So we'll be using the key as the role. So we write student, which is the name of the dictionary. We write role, and once we get the role, the related value will be the name. And here also we can ask how many records we want to add, or rather what we can do is we can actually update. We can keep on updating the dictionary. You just call the function once and it will update the dictionary. So in both way we can do. So we can write student So here student is a dictionary, and we have actually added that. So as many number of times I call it, it will actually add in that particular dictionary. We actually have nothing to do here. But in case I want to add, say, some number of records, once I call the function, mm, I can actually write down like this, say n equals to int input, how many records, how many records will be entered, will be added. We are asking this question. So here we write down, suppose n is given, so for I in range, so n, and now the roll number, and then their name, and then finally this is added. So once I come to the end of the for loop, some number of records will be added in the student dictionary, which I can access from outside also. So now if I call this function test2, it will ask me how many records we have to add. Suppose 3 records we have to add. Roll number is 1. The name, suppose if I write the name of the student as ABC, roll number is 2. Name is DEF, roll number is 3. Name is UIY, student, and see the dictionary is created. So in this case, suppose the teacher wants to find a particular name given the roll number, he can actually traverse the dictionary in this way. For I in student. Okay, now see, if I write print I, it will actually print the roll number. So instead of printing the roll numbers, what we do is, if I matches a particular value, that means if I is equals to 2, what we are going to do is we are going to print that particular related value. So we are writing print student student I. So if I write down like this, it is actually going to print the name of that particular student. We can see that the teacher actually can do a query better. So if he wants to know the name of a particular student whose roll number is 2, he can actually do this particular query. So here we come to the end of this lesson of dictionary. Mm, just with one small interesting note, that we can actually create a dictionary in this way also. For example, when you write 1 colon 2 comma 3 colon 4, when we write down, so it becomes that a very simple value is being added with a key element. But instead of that, we can actually have something a little more complicated as like this: 1 colon. So instead of 2, we can actually have a list, okay, which is taking uh, multiple values. Okay, for example, one is the roll number of a student, and here I can write down name of the student, say ABC, and suppose the marks obtained by the students in 5 consecutive class tests out of 20 are 12, 9, 16, 17, 18, and 20. Suppose it is like this. So this becomes a complete record. Now I can put a comma out here, then the second student, and again we can write down the name of that second student like that, the TTY, and then the 5 consecutive marks obtained by the students in 5 consecutive class tests are like this. So this is also a dictionary, and if I, in this case, if I write the related values, d1 dot values, we'll see that the values are the two lists. Now we have to also understand that so this is also a dictionary, We can discuss this thing in another video. So I hope we have understood how we have to declare a dictionary as a data type, and how we can use the various functions as update and pop item pop, and we can write some functions that accepts dictionary as a parameter. There are two different ways we have used the dictionary. Once we have created a student's records where we easily remember the name of the students but don't remember the phone numbers of the students. And in another situation, a teacher who can remember the roll number but not the name of the students because there are 50 students in a class. So we appropriately have to judge ourselves and have to make the key and the related value according. So here comes the this is the end of this video lesson. So I hope you have understood and you will try every bit of it. So you can see that here the name has come in a different color. The reason is that it's a keyword. So this is the end of the session video lesson. Thank you.